okay, I'm going to call out Triller on this. Triller contacted somebody and had them contact me and ask me to take down the post.
Wow.
Well, all that did was make me more curious. So why is Triller so worried about this post?
Wow.
Right. So then I started looking into it. Well, there's like Joe Kelly from Kansas who has done this before. I don't know if you remember the fight that was the Sons of Legends in Vegas.
Yep.
So those guys didn't get paid. That was a Joe Kelly Triller thing. There was a thing in New York where Triller was involved. Remember a couple years ago when fighters didn't get paid.
Sure.
Then there was another one with Joe Kelly in, I believe it was Kansas. Joe Kelly and Triller in Kansas. Guys didn't get paid there. Now he did make it right, but it was 4 or 5 months later. I talked to, it was either Dave or Mike, one of the guys from Triller, and they would like you to take it down. So I said, well, what's in it for the fighters? Total silence on the other end of the phone. They go, well, what do you mean? What do you mean? And then I think he said something like, what, are you going to get all Detroit gangster on me? I go, it's nothing about being gangster. I'm asking what's in it for the fighters. I said, and as Triller just wants me to take it down because I attached Joe Kelly and they're doing another show with Joe Kelly next week. I said, it's disgusting that Joe Kelly would do another show next week when he just was involved in something that didn't pay fighters last week, and they own like $46,000. No, absolutely not.
We do have a bit of the screenshot of your post where you're inducting Joe Kelly, Teresa Tapia, and Triller into your Hall of Shame. And you know, it's a real post, so we're not going to dive too much into the entire.
Right.
But what I appreciate about this is that Teresa Tapia is the wife of a legend, right? Is she the wife of a legend?
Right.
And according to her, from what we read, is she was kind of playing victim a little bit maybe, but you still weren't afraid to hold back, regardless.
You saw my eye roll, right?
Yeah. So you weren't afraid to hold back, regardless of who Johnny Tapia was and what he means to the sport, and that's what we need more of. So, like,
well, that angered me even more, though. She used to manage Johnny Tapia.
Sure.
And she used to call out Don King and say how Don King didn't treat him right and didn't pay him the way he was supposed to be paid. And I mean, we're talking way back, right? So now you have her. Look, this is my stance on it. I understand what happened. Triller contacted Teresa. I'll make it real short. Contacted Teresa Tapia. Teresa Tapia said, oh, yeah, I'd love to do something with you. Let's collaborate on a show. So she thought, I don't know what she thought. Maybe she thought there was going to be TV money, and they promised to promote it. Then they introduced her to Joe Kelly. She had never heard of Joe Kelly, but that doesn't matter. She is the promoter of record. Whoops, sorry about that. Yeah. She's the licensed promoter. She's the one who signed her name on the bottom line when she sent fighters a contract, right? She's ultimately responsible. If she makes bad business choices and bad choices with people that don't do what they're supposed to do, can I swear on here? I don't give a shit.
We always click on that. This is not made for kids.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So that shouldn't matter. Like, okay, I mean, I kind of get it, but she's been in this business a long time, and I mean, there's nothing. I don't think promoters should be allowed to rent their licenses out or loan their licenses out. No one should be allowed to promote, and technically, they're not, right? So she's responsible. But this whole thing where she's saying, you know, poor me, I got taken advantage of and he didn't do what he said he was going to do. That doesn't matter because the only one that promised to pay the fighters was her signature, Teresa Tapia. I don't care what anyone else did. I don't care that there were only 300 people in the entire arena. That means she didn't do her job.
Absolutely.
So she didn't even promote the show. So therefore, is she just an event planner? If that's it, go do birthday parties and bar mitzvahs and leave the fighters and people that want to promote friggin' fighters do their job. So that's the problem. We got a bunch of event planners that think they're going to promote, but they're not promoting shit. That's how I feel about it. But that's it.
I agree.
That's it.
Yeah, I agree.
But that's it.
I agree 100%. Let me ask you this, Claire.
Sorry, I went on a rant.
No, I love it. That's what we have you on here for.
That's a big responsibility, right? And like you say,
exactly.
If you sign up for it, you must produce. That's nobody else's fault.
There you go.
So for Teresa Tapia to come with that cop out because the show didn't do what it was supposed to do. That don't fall on everybody else who you say didn't do their job. You hired these people, so you put your trust in them. That falls back on you.